So right into it, guys. So God made the universe, right? And the wise tale says everything is punished by death and pain. And there's no escape for such an ending, right? So the creation of cycles exists, perpendicular to other cycles. And sometimes these cycles collide together and they interact simultaneously. Some cycles are then forfeiting losses and then some are amassing gains. Unfortunately, here, as you know it, as being humans, um, these cycles are already created on the premise of gain or lose. Unfortunately, the cycles that are already created were created on the premise of one-upping each other. This is evident from the beginning of man, before Christ, before God made the universe, or God was even known, written in a text, written in a history book. Unfortunately, the cycles that already existed and already are created on the premise that death is the only exit. You end, but not the world. The world continues on its axis. When the creation of a cycle can only then survive on just air, and particles of dust can feed its belly, and that creation is substantially healthy, well, then we don't need the murderous pardon with the food chain link for necessity of survival. This is literal life. Life is one infinite power splitting into many smaller powers and then splitting and nonstop splitting. This is the basis of our genesis, no matter how the splitting of atoms is acquired. It is the one guaranteed of science, religion, and all kingdoms far and wide. Patricia, which is a separating of, division of, splitting. Again, this is literal life. If anything were to change, what would it look like? At the atomic level, splitting is division, which is then multiplied. And multiplying then becomes forming, and then forming is then a creation, and then creation is then defined. Well, that defining becomes bigger and bigger. And then this big cycle exists. And it repeats. There is nothing more to it. At least conquer and divide. At least conquer, divide, and multiply good. Multiply good and supply the cycle with enriching and enlightening matters of fissions. Enrich and enlighten the matters of fissions and form healthier bonds and cohesions. Create healthier bonds and cohesions and form safer alliances and realities for others and theirs. Because the world's already split and divided. Be the creation of a cycle that creates more cycles that split and divide, leaving better living environments for all around and for the new generations to come. I'm taking this approach on one of the journals that we had to do in the religion, module 12 part. Mark Twain, I get the gist of his take on things. He talks about this universe that is moderious to everyone around. Why was a spider born and then only to be eaten and feel an exuberating, painful death? Only then for the bee that ate the spider then is eaten by another creature. And the harmony does not really exist except with murder. Again, it's literal life, guys. The facts are written, nothing can change it. This is not asking about the existential humanistic realm of intellect. This is not asking for at all intelligence. This is the literal echo equation of life. So I think it's smart for me to say, I want to be a person who can split and split and split knowledge, wisdom, and love the pursuit of my own endeavor of happiness. And then if someone wants to learn from that, at least they can begin their division and multiplying. And it can be well within good confines.